What's up, boys? It's the Nostalgic Gaming Channel back at it again with some Legend of Alon Dar long play content. I hope you guys are ready for another absolute banger because that last episode is going to be kind of hard to follow up on. If you guys remember, we completed 2 collectible quests. Yeah, I repeat, 2 collectible quests in one episode. How unheard of. The fact that we hadn't even been able to complete one collectible quest in the entire series, and all of a sudden we have 2 in a video. Possible world record? Question mark? Not really sure, but checking speedrun.com or whatever the website is, I don't recall off the top of my head here. There was nothing for that category, so we're just gonna assume that probably some form of record in some kind of a. Can you tell us more about this cave? Oh, we already talked to that guy. He's not very nice. He's a guy that didn't want to help us and told us to basically die in the ditch over there. But we ignore him. As you could see, look at my collectible quests. We have the majority of the collectibles that we need to find. Like, we have most of the actual collectibles, not that we've completed most of them. We're still missing morelet eggs, some tree frogs, a lot of ancient artifacts, and there's one that we're still missing in total. Hopefully it's on another 30 banger. It's on a 30 bagger. Alright, let's go walk up to these Mtons. What do you seek? We are on a quest to fight the evil that inflicts a 9. We feel this evil, the balance of the wind is shifting. It draws our strength from us. We search for the source. Have you found anything yet? It hides from us. You are but flickering lights that burn out quickly, and we are old as the world itself. Yet you will die if this does not stop. We will die, it says. We will do what we can to help. The balance of the weird is shifting. Continue to seek its source. Look at how they walk. Literally, they have invisible lat syndrome. Their arms are out to the side like they're the biggest dudes on the planet. They're walking like they just hit the straight back day or straight arm day. And they can't even bring their arms down to their sides because they're so beefy. I'm sure most of my viewers, being as strong as you guys are, you guys probably have that same problem, right? Where you got such big lats you can't bring your arms down. Goats, all of you. Every single one of you guys. Hey, speaking of goats, you'd be the goat if you liked and subscribed and leave a comment. Don't forget, it helps me out with that YouTube algorithm, baby. We've been getting some traction on all of our videos. I appreciate that for you guys. You guys are all the best. And back at the gameplay content here, we're going to have to mess around with this puzzle again. But I think to myself, like, hey, there's got to be something in that area, right? Something where I can't see. So I'm going to move 2 of my guys and I'm going to check it out. And look, we found a little treasure box. I am Shadowfire and plagued with ever darker visions of rebirth, and an entity of overwhelming power, deadly beyond comprehension, has awoken and drinks from the weird. I go into the depths to escape the terror that fills me. There I will continue to seek mastery over the shape-shifting powers of the weird. I may need them. I leave this warning to the hero who may come to you. I bequeath you gifts and tokens. May the sacred we preserve you. This is just information that we need. Let's move on into the tunnels. And then you get 50 gold and 30 PP and a charged staff. I warn you guys, I try using the staffs. They're absolute garbage. They are no good. And then we gotta check under the bed, of course, right? We get some evil bracers, a spy boost, and an Unlapa potion. So at this point, we're pretty much filled. And I made the cardinal mistake. I went to 2, count them, 2 salespeople, and I forgot to sell my stuff. So that's on me. That's a mistake that I made here. And it's okay. We have so much money. We could probably buy a nice cottage in any of the surrounding lands and be pretty well off. So I'm not too worried about that. I haven't found anything in a long time that I couldn't afford. In fact, I'd probably be able to afford all the skills for all the magics or all the weapons for Jarek if I really wanted to. An arc of staff that burns with electricity. So it's a magical staff with an earth fate focus, right? So if you remember, the focal items allow you to. We need to get the 3 gear stones before we can move on. The staff items or the focal items allow you to cast whatever spell that is without needing the orb. So it serves as a dual purpose because it's an actual weapon and a magical focal item. And here we're navigating the menu. We're trying to get back to here, but we're struggling a little bit here. But the staffs allow you to cast, or the focal items allow you to cast the spells without actually needing to have an orb in your hand, because the orb is useless in combat. You can't fight with it. Unless you want to punch, but then you have to put your orb down. But that's not a super big problem, because you could easily just switch to one of your weapons regardless. But I guess staffs are supposed to be good against like lurkers and hard-shelled monsters and stuff like that, but we one-tap those babies anyways. Like whack-a-mole, we're popping those guys. Popping them out of their shells. They're not like cute little turtles. Turtles are beautiful, amazing creatures. I had a tortoise for a little bit. One of those tortoises that lived for a very long time. Loved lettuce. And don't forget, tortoises are different than turtles. Turtles live underwater. Tortoises are like the ones you find in the desert. Most of them have big shells. Very intricate design, where turtles have like the sunken shells and they live underwater. And they'll bite you. Both of them will bite you. They don't have teeth. They have very sharp like beak mouths. Kind of like a bird almost. And boy, Tommy was a biter. Anytime you put your finger anywhere around his mouth, he went right for it. Num num num. So this is the sad part about collecting all the collectibles. Now I actually have to complete the game and run forward and not spin my camera around in 360 degrees and double check my steps every few steps to make sure I didn't miss anything. It's kind of sad. And don't forget the cardinal sin of not saving when you reach a saving point. That's a cardinal sin in this game for sure. So we'll get our little save on, right? Just in case. Because we're supposed to be going into the Dromar's tomb now. So there's got to be some kind of boss, right? We're going to find an ethereal in there, I'm assuming. And we get to lurkers. At this point... Oh, there's a couple zombies too. I'll say at this point, these zombies more or less are just a waste of time. You'd have to be very... like unprepared to get caught off guard by these guys at this point in the game. I don't know if it's just because I grinded and, you know, killed a lot of monsters before and I like take every engagement I could find or what, but my guys are pretty freaking strong. We're strong, boys. Call us muscle men, because we're strong boys. And we're going to continue down until we can get through to Dromar's tomb there, but we're gonna see if we can improve any of our stuff. Oh yeah, we're powering up damage. That's a lot of damage. Throw some flex tape on that bad boy, because that's a lot of damage. I wonder whatever happened to that guy, the flex tape guy, because that was like one of the pivotal points for memes, right? Like that was such a memeable cartoon or commercial that like it's one of the forefathers of memes, right? Let's see what. That's a lot of damage. Meme. Jesse, look that up for us. When was this coming out? (2015). All right, now we reach the tree. We're gonna use our magical power, our torque to get in. And remember, we have found this at the beginning of the game, and we're like, "Wow, there's something down here. Like, how do we get in here?" It comes full circle, baby. It comes full circle. And I kind of expected to, and just in case you guys haven't figured out too, I'm doing a voiceover on this because I feel like the quality of the audio comes so much better. It takes a little bit more time, but I think the product is much better than just me trying to chit-chat over it. But I was half expecting there to be some kind of monster in here as I was running down. I was like, there has to be something, like a trap or something. And really, it's just a hallway. But look at that beautiful water, all the rendering. You may not enter it. This place is not for you. We mean no harm, but we have Dromar's sword. The eternal blade must never awaken. Go back or die. What is this? It is one of the ethereals, a ghostly being supposedly dedicated to preserving the balance of the weird. It tried to stop us at Whiptail's tomb. For some unknown reason, they oppose our quest. Besides, they're ignore it. I don't think we're going to be able to ignore this one. Believe it or not. So, one of the very interesting things I learned about the ethereals in this battle is, for some reason, and he's using the sparks, which is giving my people a ton of damage, right? Is in this battle is from normal weapons, they take almost minimal damage. Look, I'm giving 5. I'm giving, let's see when Tahir gets a hit. I gave 11. I gave 4. But with my Juggernaut, I'm giving 165. And one of the things that I didn't understand when I was a kid playing this game, like when I was younger, is I got stuck on an ethereal, and I was like, why can't I kill this guy? It's so freaking hard. But I never liked using the Juggernaut for him, because I was like, this is not how the game is supposed to be played. Even then, I had some morals, right? And we destroy that guy easy clap. But you really have to beat him with your Juggernaut form. That's like the main way to kill the ethereals. And it doesn't make sense that just punching this ghost, like, you could punch a ghost? That doesn't make a lot of sense, right? In most video games where there's ghosts, you're going to have to use some kind of magic to get rid of them. I mean, it would make sense if, like, you give him a ton of damage with magic. But punching a ghost? That doesn't make a lot of sense. But it's okay. So, we beat the ethereal, right? And look right there, page from Journal Chapter 4. I almost didn't see it. And I was like, why are they going to hide a page from Journal Chapter 4 in here? What an odd place to hide it. But I guess we're on the 4th chapter of this journey now. So I'm going to explore around, make sure I don't get... Oh, and there's another one. Chapter 3. Or page from Journal Chapter 4.
Look, Tahir. Those are the same 4 sigils we saw at the tomb of Whiptail. Tylani, can you read them?
No, I have never seen symbols such as these.
Then it remains a mystery. Let us take the sword and leave. Dromar holds it fast, but I will not be denied. I can feel the power of it reaching out to me. Dromar, 9 Fingers, hero of my people, I return to you the necklace you won in valor. Grant me the use of your sword that I may cleanse the evil from our land. It feels familiar, as though it were made for my hand. My friends, we have found the eternal blade. I am sure of it.
Layala?
Layala, you said you would find me, but I did not dare hope it would be so soon. Look what we have found.
Why doesn't she speak?
How did you know where to?
So, in my mind, when it says, the default on that is Discord items, right? Discord items, or discard, sorry. I'm thinking about Discord. Discard items. Why would that be the default? Can I just throw away the item if I'm not paying attention, if I misclick? So, that's a theory I wanted to test later. So, in the end of the video, we're going to see, because I'm going to purposely discard the item and see what happens. I'm assuming that I just lose the game, right, if I do that? Because now I don't have the legendary sword.
The changeling could have killed you. Why did it reveal itself?
It was not by choice. The sword stripped away the spell that hid its true shape.
How did you know?
I did not. The sword brought forth its power so that I would know of it. Now this power is mine to command.
Remember the words of the Oracle. Only the Eternal Blade can win against the growing evil. Use it wisely, Jarek.
I will, Tahir. And if I fall short of wisdom, I will turn to my friends to find it.
Alright, so there's a lot of to dissect there, right? First off, the discarding the item thing. And that sword's better than my normal sword, so I'm going to equip it. Even though I can't cast fire spells anymore, I can cast reveal, which I can use on the changelings. So, how do the changelings know? How are they smart enough to send Tylani's sister to entice me? And I've killed so many changelings. I literally ran through a whole cave of changelings. They thought a single one would be able to trick me? Come on, guys. You got to do better than that. If you're some kind of centuries-long old evil, you think one single changeling in the appearance of this girl that my guy has a crush on is going to defeat me? And not only that, like, they spotted it in a second, right? It couldn't even talk. By the void, it's another ethereal. I'm an oracle of the Dagani. I have bound Jarek and those who journey with him to find the tombs of the four heroes. If you would defeat the evil that devours the weird. As you can see, Oracle, we have found what we sought here. We have the Eternal Blade. You have found but one more small part of what you seek. The Eternal Blade will only be truly awakened when you complete the quest. 2 more tombs await you. The spirits of Zanra and Chirac have much to teach you. This is rather disconcerting. He does this now. Yeah, so I guess he could just randomly pop up and give us advice now. Why couldn't he do that before when we were lost? We need some milk. So the disembodied Dagani Oracle who we had to go to the swamp, venture in, give a heart to, can now just randomly pop up whenever he feels like.
Alon Dar.
Jarek, what affects you? Are you in pain? Another vision, I will wager. He has waking nightmares of monstrous beings who commands at least one of the ethereals. Yeah, I saw him again, the Dark One. More closely this time. He's truly hideous, unlike anything I've seen. And this time he spoke. I heard him say, Alon Dar. My whole being vibrated with the sound of it. I feel torn with emotions I can't understand. Fear not, we are here to help you. But what do the words mean? I do not recognize Alon Dar in any language, nor do I. I do not know yet. The words filled me with I cannot say. It is beyond me. Let us move on. I need fresh air to clear my mind. They did it! They said the thing. They said the name of the game. That's it, boys. You know that's a good game when they say the name of the game in the game. It's like a good movie. Like when they say, oh, this is Mission Impossible 6. Like, they got you there. It's a good movie at that point. Spoiler alert, I've never seen Mission Impossible or 6. We have done well at Dromar's tomb. Now sending our way go straight to Gomorrah to summon my brother's ghost. I've never seen Mission Impossible. You have followed my lead thus far to here, and now will follow yours. Why is there such a need to speak to this ghost? The oracle said we must hear the chant of Chirac. It contains knowledge that we must find Chirac's tomb. Tyr says his twin knows the chant. Your twin, forgive me, Tahir. Now I understand the fear that drives you, for I know of the Dagani blood curse. Yes, I understand being cursed. If it is speed you want, it would be best to reach Whitewater Gorge as possible to take the ferry to Dagon. It is a shame we cannot use the portals. Perhaps we can. Lord Court aided me in the way in the past. He may do so again. Let us head to Lord Court's kingdom. Like I said, though, I've never seen Mission Impossible 6. I don't even know if that's a movie. It's just a little reference I made there. I mean, but if the Mission Impossible series wants to sponsor the Nostalgia Gaming channel, feel more than free. Oh, but there's a lot to unpack in what just happened, right? So we get there, we fight the ghosty, we get the sword, we talk to the changeling girl, now we have this super cool sword. So, you're going to see right now what it does. So one of the things that my sword can do, it can reveal the changelings from their changed form. Which isn't always a good thing, because like there, I think the humans are weaker than the changelings. But in some forms, they allude to the fact that later in the game, some forms, the changelings are even stronger. That I don't know. Well, now she's given 107 damage. That's pretty good. But at this point now, if I suspect that the enemy is a changeling, I can reveal them. The reveal doesn't work on non-changelings, though. Like monsters that you know aren't going to be changelings. Oh, now Tahir's a warlord. Yet again, changelings. I think Dromar's sword will be useful in finding them. Indeed, changing them into their monster form. This is true. I think we should use it carefully, as it may be easier to defeat some changelings in their changed form, even when they wield weapons and magics. Spoken wisely, Taylani. I do not think we have seen all the types of changelings yet, and some may be more powerful in their true monster form. So, like I just said, sometimes, or you can change any changeling back that's already been changed, but they're alluding to the fact that there's probably going to be more powerful changelings. I don't know for sure because I don't remember, but the changeling monsters are probably stronger. If they're Sorojans, they're stronger as the changed form, right? They're stronger than the actual. So I did 2 saves here, so that way we can go back and discard a sword and see if it ends the game for us. So if they're Sorojans, they're stronger as Sorojan changed, but stay cursed ones. I have something to ask you. Why do you say cursed ones? What do you see? Death, betrayal, and vengeance is in your fates. You each bear a curse, yet you are strong. The weird light is in you. Thus I call you to bear home an ancient relic. Only those already cursed may carry around them without harm. Wish it to be returned to the temple of Ice Hakar in the Frost Peaks. It can not harm the Katik. I ask this of you. How are we to do that? The Frost Peaks are impossible to reach. The way is hard, but it can be done. As your time allows, seek the gateway of Elazar beyond the twisting depths. Will you do it for me? Though I do not understand the nature of my curse, I will accept, but I cannot promise it will be done soon. Here's the relic of the Dementia Thorn. Guard it well to aid you further. What you will from chests in my cave. It lies beyond the trees and the hills. Okay, so remember when we went to the Matons earlier, and they were like, get out of my cave, skin bags, or fleshlings, or soft ones, soft skins, whatever they call them. So I'm pretty sure this is the same Maton that told us to leave earlier, but now he recognizes our power. And one little note, as soon as you see Tahir leveled up, now he's got like a full chainmail coat on, and he's not wearing his naked skin anymore. So I guess as he levels up, they kind of change his design appearance, which is kind of cool. It's a nice little touch to show like, hey, you're getting stronger and more powerful. Keep an eye on Jarek, because we're going to level up soon here, and we'll see if it does the same for him. And I thought that Matani said behind the big tree is his cave, and I was like, oh, it's going to be right behind Dromar's tomb, right? Right behind the big tree. But I was wrong. So we're going to do a couple laps. I'm going to get confused and say something to myself like, hey, where is it? I thought it was right here. It's right by the big tree. Did I miss it? No, okay, let me go back out. Maybe it's further out. But that Matan lost my curse of thought, or my train of thought, with the changelings and being stronger. But I guess he wants us to take the Dementia Thorn to the Ice Mountains and put it up there in the temple. Doesn't tell me what it's gonna do or why he has it, but he offered us to take everything in his cave. And you better believe I'm gonna take everything in the cave. Even though our inventory is pretty much full. So I'm going to get rid of some of the stuff that we have here that I know I'm not going to be able to get rid of anyways. So we get a charged buckler and an amaranth shield. Not like the streamer, but like the giant tree. I wonder if that's where she took her name from. Maybe she was a Legend of Alon Dar stan. People be playing Legend of Alon Dar before it's even popular. That was me. You know, I'm thinking after this video, it's probably going to be one of the more popular games. After everybody watches it and goes, wow, I need to grab me a copy. Just kidding. So I do a little bit of inventory management here. I'm trying to figure out, like, is this even worth it? Because at this point in the game, I think my equipment's probably better than that little charged buckler that they just gave me. And they don't do a very good job of explaining, like, the defense. Like, why would I want a tiny shield as opposed to a large shield? Does it make my guy move slower? Does it take more time to when I attack? They don't really explain that. And the large shield gives you so much more. That's like a 32 defense value, right? Versus the small amount that the tiny shield gives you. And they don't do a very good job of explaining as to why you would want to use the tiny shield as opposed to the larger shield. And look at that purple, seriously, a lurker in the cave? Seriously, 2 lurkers in the cave? 3 lurkers in the cave? You don't think the Matan would have kicked him out and been like, get out of here? These aggressive creatures. But as you can see, the sword that I picked up, Dramar's blade, is pretty freaking strong. I knew there was a reason why. Oh, I leveled up. Okay, see if his gear changes. Oh, it's kind of hard to tell in here. A stone orb and a magic potion. So the magic potions are worth 0, right? We found that out earlier trying to sell it. But at least the stone orb's worth some money. But look at that flowing purple mist. I wonder if that's like the essence of the weird. And there should be one more chest in here. Yeah, we're going to grab it. Hopefully it's just money. It's a greatsword and a huberic. I don't even know what a huberic is. But I know what a greatsword is. So you know what's crazy is they give you... Imagine I had powered up on Jarek something other... Oh yeah, his gear changed a little bit. Now it's all red. Imagine I had powered up something other than two-handed. And they gave me this two-handed Dromar's blade. And then like, here you go. Here's your ultimate weapon. And I had powered up like halberd. I think I'd feel pretty bad about that. Then again, the spell on it's not super cool. I mean, reveal is nice, but... I think there's a benefit to fighting a lot of the changelings in their changed form. Because when they're back to changelings, the rocks they throw give a lot of damage. But most of the time when they're in their human or Dagani or Chimerian form, they're weaker than the actual changeling form, in my opinion. Oh, they call it soft skins. I've given you tasks, soft skins, why do you tarry? Hey bro, we're doing you a favor. Don't dog on us. So I think to myself, like, man, I gotta sell. Let me run back to Hollow Grange so I could talk to somebody. And then I go, wait, I'm gonna go to Lord Court's area anyways. There's a salesman right there. There's several salesmen. I might as well just go over there and sell it myself. Why am I gonna run all the way back to Hollow Grange when I have a salesman right by my mission area, right where I'm going? So luckily, I think in this little pass here, I don't think I've ever seen an enemy. Even at nighttime, there's no zombies. So we get a nice little reprieve from battle here. But I'm sure Lord Court's going to have a problem. Remember, we never dealt with the zombie issue. Like, we just kind of explored it. And I was like, why did they not let me just finish this quest right here? You guys are about to see why. You're about to see why. Halt, no one may pass. Greetings, Maldor. Why the grim face? Ah, it's you, Jarek. I do not recognize you at first. We are on alert because a zombie lord has arisen. Lord Court has ordered all exits closed. Well, I would like to test my skills against a zombie lord. We'll do good service for you. Well said. Let's go back to Lord Court's pilgrimage and talk to him. A zombie lord. King of zombies. The most dangerous zombie around. No one's ever gonna put you down. You're the best around. So, as we're going through, I guess the zombie problem has gotten only worse. And they don't... I guess the justification for it is, like, hey, the whole world's kind of going crazy. Man, I do not do a lot of damage on zombies with my dagger here. 36. 36. I can't even help to here finish it. Maybe I can. Maybe I'll get 4 attacks in. Nope. I guess the whole justification is the world's going crazy because the weird is out of whack or whatever. So the zombies have arisen, like the gargoyles have gone crazy. We're gonna get ourselves a quick little heal and see if we can power everything up here. So I got myself a little ability here called Skull Splitter, but I clicked through it too fast to actually read what it does, right? So as soon as I maxed out my weapon, I got the Skull Splitter, and I'll click on it later to show you guys kind of what it does. And I'm hoping that Tahir has the same thing, that way I can read his and see what it does, but alas, I don't have enough PP. And I definitely don't have enough PP with Taylani. But the nice thing for her is she's not nearly as high of a level, so I mean, I'll eventually get there and I'll be able to max out my dagger. But I clicked it too fast, so I didn't get to read what my special ability was, my Skull Splitter. But I think it's just powers up everything else. Like, there's a big little text, and it said, like, congratulations, you've... And then I couldn't read past it because I clicked it too fast. I wasn't expecting it. So, it boosts my weapon 50%, damage boost 120%, block boost 150. I don't know why it's level 1. I don't know if I can power it up at some point later. But, I mean, I earned it. I'm pretty happy. I think it made my guy much stronger in the long run. Because I remember fighting some monsters. The lurkers don't really count. Because, like, I'm doing them an ineffective attack. But when I fight some other people, Jarek becomes an absolute monster. Wither Potion, discard. I don't need me no more Wither Potions. Don't need me any more Witherbane right now. Like I said, Jarek has amassed a small fortune. Let's see how much damage I do to a zombie here. 317. Yeah, that immediately made my guy much stronger. Because I was doing 250 before I leveled it up, remember? So I tried using Reveal on the zombie, and it didn't do anything. Or maybe I just crit hit, and maybe that's why I did so much damage there. But I casted Reveal on the zombie, and it literally just wasted my action. So that's what happens when you use Reveal on somebody that's not a changeling. It just wastes your action, and it doesn't do anything. $320. Alright, now we get to see the humans in battle. Wow, 41 damage, 45. That's not bad for just regular human fighters. Luckily, they're not actually attacking the humans. I'd feel pretty bad if they killed them. Get in there, Lord Court. Give him 62 damage with your halberd. He carries his halberd so weird. Halberd's a two-handed weapon, and he's carrying it with one hand. Maybe because he's so strong? Greetings, Lord Court. Welcome back, Jarek. It seems like I must ask you for your aid. A zombie lord with terrible power has risen. Haha, the dead hold no fear for me. I already haunted by my brother's ghost. Indeed, we're headed to kill him. Brave words, Sagani, but I must seal access in and out. However, if you kill the zombie lord, bring me his bone hammer as proof. I will grant you passage through the Oran portal to Dagon. I'm on duty. You should talk to Lord Court. Well, I'm glad that guy knows his job, and he's doing it very serious. Like, he's taking it very serious. And he's not gonna be distracted with Jarek. Would you like to buy some weapons and armor? I don't want to buy any weapons, but I'll sell you some stuff. I have 35 grand. Oh, I don't want to sell Dromar's sword. It has zero value anyways. So honestly, for me, the shield doesn't matter anything. Mostly because I have a two-handed weapon. So it doesn't matter if I have a shield or not. So I'm gonna pretty much clear out my inventory here. Because most of these weapons are an Oran armor protecting its owner. Oh, that's an armor. Okay, that's what the Hubrick is. Like, I had a couple stone orbs. I'm not actually using them, right? I probably should sell that charged staff. Definitely do not want to sell my orb of healing. In fact, I need to buy another orb of healing. That's like the best item I found in this game so far. I'm going to keep that Matron's Hammer just because of the possibility that I want to power her up with some kind of spell, right? And the hammer does the same thing as the orb of wind, so why keep both? Having the weapon that does the focal item is much more beneficial than having the actual orb. Wearable, block 20. And I think to myself, I don't need this armor. Let's get rid of it. And I'm gonna test out that charge staff with Taloni. I want to see if it's any good. If it'll give any damage. Granted, I'm gonna try it on some zombies. I know zombies are kind of resistant to blunt damage. I mean, but if you watch Shaun of the Dead, blunt weapons work pretty well on zombies, right? Gotta make it to the Winchester pub. That's such a good movie. I like that actor. Simon, I think his name's Simon something. Simon Pegg? Simon Cowell? No, that's a guy from American Idol, I think. But he's a great actor. He's funny in all the movies he's in. Alright, let's prepare ourselves for this massive battle with the zombie lord. It should be a difficult one, right? Because it's a zombie lord. And we want to make sure we don't save over our practice save there. That way we can go and throw away the sword and see if we just lose a game. Because technically the Dromar sword is what we need to defeat the evil guy, right? And if we don't have it, we lose. Alright, actually we're going to do it right now. We're going to check to see what happens if we don't have the sword in our inventory, if we just lose the game. So we're going to go back. I guess we're going to fight the zombie lord in the next video. Sorry guys if I set you up for that one for a failure. But we're going to kill the same zombies again. So if this looks familiar, it's because you've already seen it. You know, one of the things about this game that kind of blew my mind when I first played it is, and I hate when games do this, they offer multiplayer and they say it's a 2-player game. Because I have 2 brothers, right? So anytime I purchased a game, I wanted to play multiplayer, otherwise I wouldn't be able to play because we only had one PlayStation 2, right? So they offer multiplayer and you're not allowed to play multiplayer until like a good chunk into the game, at least an hour into the game. What other game did that I hated? Tales of Zestaria for the PlayStation 4. You play, and then even then, the second character doesn't have a real active role. They just kind of help you in the fighting. So the fact that they kind of, it's almost like a bait, you know, it's baited, tricked. It's 2 players, but not really. And even then in this game, like, as a second player, I think you can run around a little bit. But I don't think you actually have that much freedom. I don't think you can grab items. I don't think you can do any of that stuff. Maybe that's why this game received generally unfavorable reviews. Get over here, Ethereal. We're going to crunch you again. See, and this time he doesn't actually use that spark spell, which was destroying me last time. Even after the battle, I was taking a ton of damage from the sparks. But now he uses sparks. Get him. Punch him. Cut him. Kill him. I don't actually know what spell he used. It's got to be some kind of defensive spell. As you can see, let me hit him with my sword, right? Actually, I'm gonna use a spell on him and see how effective the spell is. The spell's not bad. 13, 4, or 4, 4, 3. But I had to use my Juggernaut again. Don't want to spend so much time fighting him. I was not giving him any damage with my actual sword. Alright, so be prepared to watch this cutscene again. I don't think I could skip it.
Look, Tahir, those are the same 4 sigils we saw at the tomb of Whiptail. Tylani, can you read them?
No, I have never seen symbols such as these.
Then it remains a mystery.
Hey,
Let us take
Tylani,
the
how do you know
sword
that
and
you're
leave.
cursed? Well, it's on my face. That's gotta be pretty rough walking
Dromar
around with
holds
that
it
big old
fast,
curse
but I
mark
will
on
not
your
be
face like
denied.
that.
I can feel the power of it reaching out to me. Dromar, 9 Fingers, hero of my people, I return to you the necklace you won in valor. Grant me the use of your sword that I may cleanse the evil from our land. It feels familiar, as though it were made for my hand. My friends, we have found the eternal blade. I am sure of it.
Leala?
She's got some
Leala,
swagger in
you
her
said
walk.
you would find me, but I did not dare hope it would be so soon.
And look at
Look
Jared,
what we have found.
ripped.
Why doesn't she speak?
He's got that
How did
six
you know
pack.
where to?
The changes kind of look like gross gorillas. Alright, you see we discarded the sword. We threw it away. But I'm still wielding it in my hand. Even though we tossed it away.
The changeling could have killed you.
And it gave me an
Why did it
option number
reveal
2 to try it
itself?
again.
It was not by
See?
choice. The sword stripped away the spell that hid its true shape.
They're telling you, don't throw the
How
sword
did you
away.
know?
I did not. The
In
sword
case you messed it
brought
up the
forth
first
its
time.
power so that I would know of it. Now this power is mine to command.
Remember the words of the Oracle. Only the eternal blade can win against the growing evil. Use it wisely, Jarek.
I will, Tahir. And if I fall short of wisdom, I will turn to my friends to find it.
Alright, boys, and that's it for me. Thanks for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series. Don't forget to go check out my Age of Mythology videos too. Those ones, if you like RTSs, that's a good one for you to watch. But thank you guys so much for checking me out. As you can see, it's not in my inventory anymore. It's gone. I guess I lose the game. GG's. Got me, coach. Alright, boys. I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for tuning in.